Yencord was created by Rapids on January 28, 2023. Since then, the server has evolved, experiencing countless changes, inside jokes, and has even experienced controversies. Some moments are well known, while others have buried deep into the server's history. Today we're diving into the Yencord Iceberg. The tip of the iceberg, the most well-known parts of Yencord. This is where we start with the most recognizable aspects of the community, things that everyone knows, even casual members. If you've been in Yencord for any amount of time, you've likely come across these. But Jades, Yen. At the core of Yencord is Jades, also known as Yen, the underground artist whose music and vision inspired this server. Known for his distinct sound, eerie production, and raw energy, Jades has built a dedicated fan base. Yencord exists as a hub for that community, where fans can talk about his music, speculate on upcoming releases, and engage with the underground scene in a way that few other places offer. Rapids is the creator and owner of Yencord. Originally known for re-uploading Jades' songs, Rapids was able to connect with the artist directly, forming a friendship. The role of Yencord's owner is to manage the community and keep fans updated with news, unreleased snippets, and exclusive content. Under his ownership, Yencord has grown into the place for Jades fans to interact. Song Wars. One of the most engaging events in the server is Song Wars, where the unemployed submit songs and vote on them in a bracket-style tournament. The goal being to determine which track stands above the rest. These battles fuel heated discussions, friendly rivalries, and a deeper appreciation for different sounds in the underground scene. SOTD Song of the Day. Every day, a mod or admin selects a song to highlight in the Song of the Day (SOTD) channel. This could be a cult classic, an underrated track, or something completely unexpected. Tier 2 Just Below the Surface. Lesser known but not hidden. Now we're dipping just below the surface, things that most dedicated fans or members know, but outsiders or newcomers might not be familiar with. The mod team. The mods and admins of Yencord are active members of the server, and they have a bit more power than the regular members. Some honorable mentions include Diggy, Doddlebob, After, Wexstar, Lyle, Rob, Rihu. In the community, there are fans, favorites, and also disliked admins. The Jades case. In November 2024, the underground rapper Jades was arrested for attempting to murder a woman after she rejected his advances, leaving her injured. After fleeing, he was apprehended a week later and initially held without bond. His charge was later reduced to aggravated battery, and he was released on bond. However, he violated his conditions by failing to charge his GPS ankle monitor, leading to his rearrest in January 2025. The song Junkie, which he performed and contained violent lyrics about a girlfriend, resurfaced after the incident, drawing disturbing parallels. So, he is currently awaiting trial. Many people, both fans and haters, quickly joined Yencord to keep up with the latest news regarding the case. As a result, there was a significant increase in members on the server. This situation caused a major division within the community, with some members defending Jades and others unable to deny the facts. E-daters. Yencord, like many other servers, is not exempt from the presence of e-daters, a term used to describe individuals who engage in online relationships that lack a genuine emotional or romantic connection. These individuals are often viewed negatively in the community. As mentioned earlier, After is an admin of Yencord, and many consider him to be one of the favorites. He is highly respected and loved by many. On February 22, 2025, After left Yencord with a brief message, "Goodbye Yencord." This caused a great deal of distress among many Yencordians, as they felt they had lost a valuable member. However, he was quickly replaced by Wexstar, who many found unsuitable for the role. Fortunately, on February 28, 2025, After rejoined and regained his roles. Tier 3. This is where we get deeper on the iceberg. Things will be more niche. Wexstar's gifts. In my personal opinion, Wexstar has always been a stain on the community. He's been known to send gifts instead of responding to people. He replaced After when he left, obtaining mod to the chagrin of other members. Many of these gifts are out of context pictures or clips from shows or MMA fights. Some notable ones are Ellie from The Last of Us, Young Sheldon, miscellaneous MMA gifts, Subaru and Pagani. Pancake Bot. Initially, Rob, one of Yencord's favorite admins, had a very attractive man as his PFP. On February 28th, the same day after return, the man behind the PFP joined the server. He was identified as Pancake Bai. Turns out some very intelligent Yencordians had found his TikTok along with ME, and they contacted him and got him to join Yencord. He is now a well-known community celebrity with no haters and everyone loves him. Rob explained that a year prior to Pancake B's joining, he had came across an account on Instagram that followed him containing the image of Pancake B. He is a very sweet and genuine guy with an amazing Discord server that I will link below. Show him some love. Certi. Certi, short for certified, was a role once held by those committed to Yencord and recognized by Rapids as someone special. It came with its own channel and a certain prestige. Certified members would have a line they would say in Certi chat. I'm certified Essel. From February to March 2025, more people obtained this role, and my estimation is that about 150 members had it. However, the role was deleted in early March, taking it away from everyone who had it. As of the time of making this video, the role has not been recreated. Invincible profile picture. On March 5, the day before episode 7 of Amazon Prime's original show, Invincible, released, many Yencord members like me, Persona, Lyle, and many others took part in a trend in which we changed our profile pictures to alternative versions of Mark Grayson, also known as Invincible. We're halfway through the iceberg with Tier 4. FaZe. FaZe is a clan in Yencord started by Rob, a mod mentioned in an earlier entry. Co-owned by Nebo, another well-known member of the community, FaZe was based on the gaming clan of the same name, FaZe meaning easy AF backwards. Some notable members of FaZe are Westwood, me, Nebo, Rob, Jella, After, Pryor, and many others. Nickname Perms. Nickname perms, or nickname permissions, allow people to change their nicknames in the server. Nickname perms have gone through a lot of changes in Yencord. Initially, anyone could change their own nickname, but this caused problems because people abused the ability and changed their names too often, confusing Rapids. Rapids decided to take away the ability for users to change their own nicknames, and it remained that way for a while until Wekstar, who had recently become a mod, started changing everyone's names. Multiple other admins asked Wekstar to stop changing people's names, but the problem continued and Rapids got sick of it. Now, only admins and above are able to change nicknames. Westwood reacted with a heart emoji. This refers to when Westwood, I lost my image and reaction permissions. For what reason, I still do not know. I had lost them for around 3 months, and recently obtained them as of making this video. It is a common occurrence in the server for people to react to messages and videos. Since I did not have that ability, I would simply reply to them with that message or any other emoji. Dungeon Gang, other clans, etc. Clans in general are just nicknames people put before their real usernames. For example, FaZe Westwood. Unlike FaZe, none of these other clans seem to survive for more than a few days. Dungeon Gang refers to another clan in Yencord following the footsteps of FaZe. Dungeon Gang, TSM, SOAR, YBG, FTC are all clans that took inspiration from FaZe. You're Digging in Me? The Diggy Incident. At first, You're Digging in Me was just another viral meme within Yencord, used in the usual absurd and out of context ways. But things took a legendary turn when the community realized they had a mod named Diggy. Naturally, wordplay took over, and soon enough, the phrase evolved into a direct reference to him. Tier 5, now we're getting on the deeper end, we're more than halfway through, and it's becoming more niche. Solace. Solace, also known as Goodbye Solace, is an up-and-coming underground music artist and a well-known member of Yencord. His music is somehow reminiscent of Jade's, but still unique in its own right. His songs use very creative samples of my personal favorite bands. He has a versatile range of music. I have had the personal pleasure to speak to him and enjoy his music occasionally. In the community, he tends to share his thoughts and nuances about more serious topics, things you normally wouldn't see in Yencord. He has a mature approach to life, and I am linking his music in Discord below. Starkey's Crash Out. Starkey was an admin of the server, one of Yencord's few furries and one many respected, despite being a furry. He was a big fan of Jade's and his new music specifically. When Panic Jade's EP came out on October 31, 2024, Starkey was happy to announce it. However, many other Jade's listeners didn't like the release and found it to be rather unenjoyable. Seeing that Starkey had put a lyric as his status, members began making fun of him. This, coupled with the general hate the EP faced, drove Starkey to crash out. With his admin privileges, Starkey began spamming the news channel with random pings. It wasn't until he deleted the general chat that Rapids finally took notice. Starkey was promptly banned. For a while, Rapids held a grudge against Starkey, even going so far as to make a sticker in Yencord depicting him as a furry slayer. After some time, however, Starkey managed to reconcile with Rapids and regained his position. Further investigation revealed that Starkey had a history of repeatedly crashing out on various servers. Currently, he is not in Yencord and is unlikely to return anytime soon. Westwood's Huzz farming. This simply means Westwood has a habit of being a grizzly bear when the Huzz around. Please hit him up, he's a sexy and sweet guy. Jella's voice messages. A simple yet niche entry. Jella has a habit of sending voice messages occasionally. If I recall correctly, he used to send voice messages of him doing song covers of artists like Netspend and Xavier Sabist. Whoa. Sexual predators, Netkin Craze, etc. Not actually sexual predators, but people who prey on vulnerable women and take advantage of them online. Unlike yours truly, who is also very much single, hit up Westwood. TS entry is a joke. Original Certi versus New Gen Certi. This refers to when, before the certified role was deleted, there was a surge of certified individuals. The community was split into two groups, the original certified or OG, and the new generation certified or New Gen. The OGs were those who had the role for some time before the influx, and the New Gens were those who got the role during the surge. Level 6, just beneath the iceberg. We are now in the last 3 layers of the iceberg and are nearing its end. These references will become more unknown. The Squid Game gifts. Since it's at the top of this layer, a handful of people will remember this. On December 26, 2024, the first ever recorded GIF of Squid Game was sent. Soon after this, everyone quickly began using the Squid Game GIFs. It was popularized, and in my opinion, Raph used the GIFs the most. People would use the GIFs in a comedic way, often finding GIFs that perfectly fit the conversation and sending them. It got to the point where people began making their own Squid Game GIFs to fit Yencord. The Poop Nails Incident. The Poop Nails incident refers to when Yencordian and member of the female gender, Ina, sent a picture. It reads as follows. Bruh, I fingered my butt and got under my nails. The following image may be disturbing for some viewers. After facing ridicule from fellow Yencordians, she began to backtrack from her previous claim of it being poop, claiming that it was Nutella instead. While this could be a plausible statement, there are certain inconsistencies that cast doubt on her claim. She would later claim that it was, in fact, henna. However, with an in-depth analysis and examination of the inconsistencies, it seems more likely that it was, in fact, poop. Zenny. Unlike the previous entry, this one is about a real sexual predator. Please do not harass him or try to find him. This is for the video's context only. Rapids has already made a detailed 10-minute video explaining Zany and the situation. I'll link it below for those interested. Zany was a member of Yencord who got exposed for sexting, flirting, and behaving inappropriately with minors. He faced consequences and got banned, with a separate exposing video on YouTube. Vest emoji reaction. The vest emoji reaction is a simple entry in Yencord. It was used by Nebo and Cal to respond or react to messages with the vest emoji. It might have been funny or just random. However, there doesn't seem to be much significance beyond that. Zero's fake attempt. This entry is rather dark and includes talks of suicide and related topics, so if you need to, feel free to skip this part. Zero's fake sewer slide incident is an infamous and wild moment in Yencord history. It all started when Zero was dating Yamil, but secretly she confessed to having feelings for Sav instead. This revelation caused her best friend Aya to distance herself, leading Zero into a downward spiral. Instead of handling things with maturity, she made the situation even worse. After being ridiculed by the entire server, she left Yencord, but not before attempting one of the most extreme stunts ever. She texted Henny to spread the rumor that she had killed herself, clearly trying to guilt trip everyone. However, nobody fell for it. Afterward, Zero sent a message to Aya just to tell her, "I hate you." Instead of evoking sympathy, she cemented her role as one of the most notorious people in the server's history. Weeks later, she tried to rejoin, but once again, she was bullied and forced to leave. Meow and her boyfriend. Meow was a girl who joined Yencord, claiming to be 14 and quickly became beloved within the community. Later on, she revealed to be in an abusive relationship, either with an ex or a current boyfriend, leading to the server rallying behind her and urging her to break up with him. Meow even leaked his TikTok, and a few people made fun of him, but things took a surprising turn. At one point, she did a face reveal, joking, "Ick, I look 12R, but am I chopped?" That alone raised some eyebrows, but since she had insisted she was 14, people let it slide for a while. Then, the truth came out as she was in a voice call with two other Yencord members, and her sister or mother was heard in the background saying something about how she was only 11 and shouldn't be talking to people online. Even more shocking, the last messages she had ever sent in the server seemed to be from her mother, saying, quote, "Leave my daughter alone. She is 11, end quote. That was the final nail in the coffin. Once her real age was exposed, everything about her story was thrown into question, including the abusive boyfriend situation. What started as a case of a seemingly normal new member turned into one of the most infamous underage scandals in Yencord history. Tier 7, seriously, if you recognize these references, you really need to take a break from Discord. Foitados. Nebo? A break from the darker bits of the iceberg. This entry is a light-hearted reference to a previously mentioned member, Nebo. Nebo's an awesome guy, and everyone loves him, except one person. Nebo has a habit of calling people fotatos. It's a play on words, originating from phoneme and potatoes. Phoneme is a slang term that means friends and family. The term became popular on social media after being used by rappers like Chief Keef and King Von. Potatoes refers to the vegetable as the name suggests. She was 11, Wire. This entry ties back to a previous one about Meow. Wire, a FaZe member who was 15 at the time and still active in the server, had been talking to Meow in DMs, completely unaware that she was 11 years old. Before her real age was exposed, their conversations were normal. However, once it came to light that she was only 11, it affected Wire. It's important to mention that Wire is not a predator, since she had lied about her age, but Wire still got caught in the crossfire. The situation became a running joke in Yencord, with Wekstar constantly trolling, "Class clown?" Another simple yet entertaining entry, Nebo, as mentioned previously, had dubbed himself the class clown of Yencord. That's what people knew him by, and I'm unsure if he was being ironic or was being dead serious, but it doesn't matter, he is free of sin. Shortly afterward, Raph, who will be touched upon at a later point in the iceberg, began calling himself the class clown as well. Addy, Raph, Sav, etc. This entry is about members who were previously banned, left, or forgotten. Some notable members include Starkey, Raph, Addy, Zero, Sav, Nyronax, I Love Whitecock, etc. Whether they were banned for valid reasons or just left, they will all be listed out. A moment of silence. The Yencord Trio. The Yencord Trio refers to what could also be known as the Big Three. Initially, it consisted of Aya, Henny, and Zero, but that trio would eventually disband after the Zero incident. Aya and Henny are still both in the server. Various different iterations have formed, featuring Ina, also known as the Poop Nails Girl, Jen, and either Cal, Dato, or Raph. In my personal opinion, the best trio is Westwood, Miles, and Nez. The What's Changed incident. This entry refers to multiple different incidents, and if you want further analysis, I can make a part 2. I will be mentioning 2 of them. The first one I will be mentioning is when What's Changed, the person of interest in this entry, said, quote, "When you turn 17. This was heavily memed for a while, and fortunately it was edited, and someone else had said it and put What Chang's name on it. The other incident is when What's Changed was accused of being Indian. A picture of a well-known satirical comedy TikToker was shared by Raf, claiming it was What Changed. Since then, he has been associated with that image and multiple gifs have been made based on it. Unfortunately, as previously stated, What's Changed has left Yencord and does not seem to be returning anytime soon. The Selfies Channel. The Selfies Channel is something most current members don't remember or know about. On November 10, 2024, the Selfie Channel was deleted. As the name suggests, it was a channel where people shared their selfies, and it was female-dominated, causing irritation in some members. I assume it was deleted due to annoyance from either Rapids or an admin. Since then, the channel has not been recreated. The Last Layer. Now this is the depths in which only a handful of people know. Or maybe I ranked things wrong. Oh well. Fake Asian girl catfish. This entry is based on my memory and recollections after. There was a girl who joined Yencord, going by the name Yusman. She had a generally bitchy attitude, and I assumed she was just trolling. We eventually got her Instagram from the general chat. Her account appeared legitimate at first, but there were a few discrepancies. After a few hours, after reversed image searched her profile and photos, it was quickly discovered that her pictures came from Pinterest. As soon as After exposed her in general chat, she blocked everyone on Instagram and left the server promptly. Jade setting up VR. This is a different level of niche. Jades has been in Yencord using the moniker Laughing Maniacally. He had a picture of P. Diddy and Taylor Swift at the VMAs together as his profile picture. He had yet to say anything up to that point beyond a few words. This is purely from my memory, and I know I'm not crazy because others responded to him with, "Hi, hey Jades." He had previously said something along the lines of, "I'm setting up this VR headset right now." I have no images on hand to provide as proof right now, but if Rapid sees this or anyone has screenshots, please help me prove I'm not crazy. E-sex in public voice chat. This is essentially a rumor, but there have been whispers within Yencord of certain members engaging in e-sex in public voice channels. While it would be an unconventional and unexpected choice, it would not be entirely unheard of, considering the tendency of Yencordians. Fake aider. Fake aider refers to when a person who will not be disclosed was full-on LARPing, also known as live-action role-playing as aider, a finesse cult member and known celebrity in Yencord. One day in chat, a person who seemed to be aider would begin speaking. He had everyone believe it was in fact him, even Solace. Late at night, me along with Solace and a few other Yencordians hosted a meet and greet with aider in a GC. It was a chill VC, but something was definitely off with aider. He was also known to LARP as Aider on Roblox. It was good for him until he was caught by a friend of Aider, Ice Mop. When Ice Mop realized it wasn't his real account, he joined the VC and made a GC with Wife Skeleton, IMSG, Solace, The Real Aider, and Panic. Panic is another high-profile member of Yencord, the founder of Dungeon Gang. Wi-Fi and MSG, who actually knew the real Aider, confronted the fake Aider. They had all bullied him into apologizing, and Wi-Fi repeatedly told him to kill himself. This now serves as a cautionary tale to be yourself and not LARP as a Goth Angles or Finnish cult member, because those motherfuckers are actually a cult and are crazy. Do not fuck with them!